I know how it feels to feel like there's no way to obtain or maintain your goal. Like you may be stuck, or the toxic people around you make you feel like that your goals is unattainable and just super far-fetched. You don't need a 30-step skincare routine. You don't need to set up a 9:30s Pilates class. And you don't need expensive things to do what you need to do and get what you need to do. Now, what the gurus did get right is that you need to start today, like right now, but they don't tell you how. And consider this video a golden ticket because I'm about to tell you the things that nobody else tells you. Getting your life together in 2025 edition. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day, amazing night, amazing evening, whatever the case may be. This video I'm going to be starting a new series called Things That Nobody Is Telling You, blank edition. So I ain't gonna hold you no longer. Let's get started. Step 1, and this is gonna be your quick step. Do the stuff that you can do right now at this second. Like going to get a glass of water, cleaning your room, tidying your room. Finish those missing assignments. Pray. Wash your face. Shower. Go make yourself something to eat. Things that you can do that is attainable right now. Fold your laundry. Like, get up. Go do something right now. Like, right now. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. You think I'm playing? I'm not. I'll wait. It's 4 minutes on the video at its current moment. Right. Hopefully you got some water, started a small activity, and maybe you can do that while watching this video. Like, now we're gonna talk about and understand why you procrastinate and why it feels so hard to do stuff. Procrastination is just an aversion or pushback for the things that you know that you need to do. Maybe you don't want to do it because it's boring. You don't want to do it because it's tedious. You don't want to do it because you're scared. You don't want to do it because you don't want to fail. And if you think that the problem is that you have too much on your plate or too much to do, I really want you to really sit down and evaluate what you're saying. Really just evaluate what you're doing with your time. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do, open your note, get a book, piece of paper, whatever the case is, something that you're gonna check often, and you're gonna write 2 lists. You're gonna just create a regular list of everything that you want to do. It doesn't matter if it's a big priority, it doesn't matter if it's a little priority. Second thing you're gonna do is separate this list. Go through each of your things and separate it into a priority list and I want to do it, but I don't really want to do it enough today list. Put it into that list. Next, you're going to plan how your priority list is going to go. A lot of people go wrong is that they don't plan how they're actually going to execute the thing that they want to execute. Trying to build a habit. I'm gonna use reading the Bible for example. I struggle with that because I don't know, sometimes it's just not an interest for me to read, but I want to build that habit. So something I would do is you don't have breakfast until you read your Bible, at least read a chapter or 2. This is called task stack. So this could look like you don't get TV time or phone time until you complete at least 1 assignment. You don't have dessert until you at least had 3 good nourishing meals. You pick something that you cannot do until you do that thing. Another thing that will help with this is that if you set timers each day for something that's accumulated, that's going to be A cumulative habit like a new language, that's going to take some time to learn. Learning an instrument, that's going to take time to learn. So set a timer every single day to keep yourself accountable that you need to do this thing. So when it comes to maintaining your motivation, honestly, sorry to burst your bubble, there's no such thing as maintaining that. You get it as a false sense of hope, and then it goes. People that push through that and you see them keep going and keep going and keep going, that is called discipline. A little definition lesson: discipline is the act of doing something whether you like it or not, whether you're tired or not. As drastic as it sounds, that's how you build discipline. Because I'm sorry, that motivation, and I'm being real, like the motivation is going to stay there for a very short amount of time. Watching the motivation, or watching somebody clean, watching somebody build or do something to their room. You're watching other people do all these things. What you need to do is stop watching and start doing.
I beg your pardon?
Monkey see, monkey do. And the good thing about it is that as you're building your discipline, you're also building your enjoyment for that thing. Now, as far as like keeping an area clean, maintenance, that's just nothing but finding what dynamic works for your room. Also, try to find the reason why stuff isn't getting clean.
Is it that you don't have enough space? Is it because you have too much clothes? Is it because
things that are in your room has inconvenient storage, or is just like not a multifunctional item? Look at things like that.
If you like your sneakers and shoes on the floor displayed, whatever the case is, get a shelf. Put your shoes on the shelf. If the problem is seeing your clothes, learn how to file fold.
The key factor is that once you start it, you have to keep going, and you have to push past that dread that you feel when you wake up and maybe you ain't get enough sleep, but you have to still get up. And following routines, this is the next thing we're going to talk about. Everybody and their mom tells you,
oh, you gotta get a routine. Oh, you gotta like set stuff in timing, whatever the case is. I personally love making routine,
but after that motivation runs out, the routine falls short, and thus the goals never get reached. So what you want to do is plan for your future self, like the next day, and plan for what you're doing right now. Make your life easier for your future self. That's the message you need to grab from this video. Well, another example, I like to make breakfast in the morning, and sometimes like the breakfast will be very long, or there's a lot of steps, or there's a lot of prep time. If you can prep something the night before, prep it. You're gonna save so much time.
Why is that so mind-blowing?
But yes, do that. If you know your hair is a hassle to handle, put it in a protective style. You see what mine is in right now. So put it in a protective style, or do your hair the night before. At the very least, have a hairstyle ready and prepared, so that way in the morning you know what you're doing. Set your clothes out the night before. Nobody needs to scramble trying to find what they want to wear and making sure they don't look like who did it and why. If you know that you shower in the morning, maybe try showering at night. But that's for a whole, hygiene is for a whole nother video, an entirely nother video. If you like to make breakfast, coffee, tea, whatever the case is, and you find yourself running out of time, if you're making iced tea, brew the tea the night before. If you're making coffee, brew the coffee the night before. Or just go to the supermarket and get the like half a gallon of pre-made coffee. Last thing I'm gonna say is make sure you're watching out for micro time. And this just became apparent to me when I was making breakfast. I was making a breakfast bowl. So, boom, the potatoes is in the air fryer. She tells me I could have cracked the eggs while I was waiting for that to be done, and I was waiting for the sausages to be done. So regardless of what you're doing, it's micro time added onto that. So next thing I'm gonna talk about is actually timing yourself. Make sure that you're timing yourself when you shower or do your whole bathroom routine, like your average bathroom routine. Time it. I'm saying bathroom routine including showering, washing your face, but this is going to help you be more predictable and predict how your time is going to be spent, and you're going to see how much time you're also wasting. Once you have that time, see how it's going to be incorporated into your morning and what time you need to allot to do the things that you want to do. And the next thing I'll be talking about is your sleep schedule. Now, because this varies from person to person, I'm not no sleep biologist, I'm not none of that. So just take it with a grain of salt. If it works for you, it works for you. If it don't, sorry. So this is another thing that you want to time, or not necessarily time, but notice. On the weekends, don't, and you not setting no alarm, nothing's happening. You go to sleep at whatever time you go to sleep. I don't care if you stayed up till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and you decide to sleep through the whole day.
Turn off the light, get off that phone, and go to bed.
What you're looking for is how long you stayed asleep. That is the amount of time you need to have a good rest every single night. Well, fun fact and a tip: every sleep study just about was done on men, and men and women need different amounts of sleep. Women need more sleep based on hormonal factors. Our bodies are just doing more than a man's is doing. So after you get that information incorporated into your bedtime routine, this is going to vary as well depending on if you have work, if you have school, what time you have work and school. Make your life easier. In 2025, stop making excuses and make moves. That's what you're gonna do. So now it's time to wrap it up. As you can see, it's starting to get dark. Like, I'm so sad about that. If you like this video and want me to do more, or want me to make another video just talking about one specific topic that I talked about in this video, please let me know and I'll get it out to you as soon as possible. Hopefully.